And so we didn't see him with the Overlord, so we do want to drone scout. So just go ahead and drone scout. I would drone scout to the close position.
Close,
Yep.
okay.
Three in gas, Overlord.
Yeah,
And we're just droning, and when that pool finishes, we'll make a couple lings and go start our expo. All the normal stuff. Everything looks perfect so far. There he is. Now it's always viable to gas steal. If you do it against a Protoss, a lot of times it can incite a 4-gate. So if you're not comfortable playing against 4-gate, I would not recommend doing it.
It's fine.
Well, there you go. So by stealing that gas, you really restrict his ability to get sentries. So he's going to be forced to, like I said, either commit to an earlier attack, or it's just going to slow down his ability to mass up that sentry force he needs to safely expand. Now be sure you get your hatchery on time.
Okay.
You can start another drone. Drone, 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 drone. Good, 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 good. Everything looks great. And now the gas steal is going to make those early Zerglings, especially the early Speedlings, so much more effective. So now,
Crap. That's something I forgot.
whoops. All right, we'll get those guys off gas.
Yeah.
And we want to poke up that ramp and see what he's up to. Yep, 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 yep. Poke up that ramp, see what he's up to. Scouting is so key. Looks like he's sending that probe to scout. And what do we see? We see 3 gateways right at the ramp. Warp gate being chrono boosted. There's nothing there. Yeah, just keep running those lings around, keep them alive as long as you can, but do not lose track of your macro. If you lose track of your macro, then you're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. Inject, good, good, good. We're droning. Overlord, drone's back on gas. Second gas is starting. Continue to just run around with your ling, and we still only see 3 gates, so there's really no telling what he's doing yet. But you know what? He's not blocking his ramp. There's a huge gap there. If I saw this, I would make like 20 speedlings and just run up his ramp and kill him. Obviously, if he gets a sentry out, he'll be able to force field and block it, but for the time being, there's nothing there, dude. You literally could just run in his base with 20 speedlings and win.
Okay. Well, I won't do that. There's no point practicing that.
You're right. But you need to recognize these things when you see them. Now that ling needs to be positioned so that you can see and block a hatchery, or sorry, a nexus if it's trying to go down. And it's always a good idea to be poking at that ramp so you can see what kind of units he's making.
Just gonna build up still up. Okay.
Alright, there you go. You saw a bunch of stalkers and a zealot. Our layer is late, needs to be going. Roach war needs to be going down. Yep, and we need to be continuing to drone. I hope you did make a couple lings good. Now you can continue scouting with those guys. There's no Zelnaga tower to hold, but it's still not a good idea to, or it's still not a bad idea to keep one of them, just in case he tries to sneak a gold somewhere. All right, lots of units. Is he expanding? Did you check?
Yeah. It's
Good. All right, perfect. So now you kind of know that your normal game plan is going to be effective. All right, no more lings. We want drones right now. Couple overlords. And now, as soon as your layer finishes, you'll start roach speed and burrow. Your timing is almost perfect.
now.
Yeah, you can start with the roaches now. Overlords 2 at a time at this point in the game. Burrow and roach speed. Injecting. Injecting. Good, 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 good. Alright, your gas is a little low, so we're going to go ahead and take our 3rd gas. Uh-oh, is he poking at you? Gotta get some roaches out. Did you lose all those lings?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad. Alright, so yeah, we definitely need roaches. Roaches are going to keep you alive. And now, it's important that you realize you can't get aggressive with these roaches until speed and burrow finishes. So you're playing defensively with them until then. And I need you to take another gas in your 3rd because we're a little low on gas. So all your gas is going to roaches. Anything left over is going to drones and overlords.
Whew, okay.
Alright, now you have quite a few roaches out, so you should feel very safe. And as soon as your speed and stuff finishes, you're going to get aggressive. And this is a great position for you at this point, at this time in the game, because you're so close. If you micro this well and you burrow well, you will be able to kill him right here because you're so close. Alright, so he's getting aggressive here, so you should be able to shut this down easily. Your burrow is done, so burrow your injured roaches. Alright, burrow everything. Burrow, 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 all of it. Good. No, we don't do this up and down shit. You're either up or you're down. The only time you want to be burrowing is when you have an injured unit. So get the healthy ones up, leave the hurt ones down, and we're getting ready to get aggressive.
Okay.
All right, get up and go. Come on, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You're getting a lot of money. You need to make a bunch of roaches. Set the rally point to the top of that ramp, overlooking his natural. And like you could kill him right now if you hit. Alright, you gotta focus the immortal. Take like 6 of them and focus the immortal. You have to focus the immortal. Good, good, good. You're gonna clean it up. Just keep pushing. Keep cranking out roaches. Set the rally point in his natural. Alright, don't let him fight from above the ramp. Just focus the nexus or the pylons or anything, but don't let him hit you from the top of the ramp. Just pull back so you're out of his range. Kill the nexus. You're rallying roaches into his natural. You still need to expand, so expand up to 12 o'clock or to the 3rd at the far side of the map. Get your Hydra down, take your next 2 gases, but for now you're not going to drone, you're just going to continue rallying units to his natural. And the reason that we're continuing to be aggressive is because of how heavily we've hit him. Now you can try to poke up the ramp. Well, it's okay, use her to transfuse that hurt thing and then send her back.
Oh, wow, okay. I'll send it back.
Fine, don't use transfuse. See what I care. Alright, get your hydrogen going, get your gases going, keep injecting. You have an expo going, that's great. You could expand again. Alright, all those roaches on the top of that ramp, bring them down, pop everything up, poke up his ramp, man, go kill him. Like, you killed so much shit, there's no reason for you to not just go win the game now. You've got like 4 times his supply. Alright, that's fine. Bring the guys at the bottom of the ramp up next to it so they can all hit that gateway. Just move everything forward so that they're all in range. There you go. As soon as that force field expires, you're going to run right up the ramp. And you can still burrow the hurt roaches. The ones in the front, you can burrow them, and they'll give you vision of the top. Oh, there's an observer there. Get him back up. And I don't think he's got any more energy, so you just run up that ramp. Get up there. Focus down the pylons if you can. Unpower his gateways. There's the GG. It's well played. So there you see the strength of the build in the mid game. We played 2 long games, and there you can see how effective it can be in the mid game.
Yeah.
So
I still felt awkward though. Like I didn't feel like I macroed well when I was sort of poking these units.
No, you didn't. You're still in that phase where you can't. I don't want to say can't, but where you're not effectively doing 2, 3, 4 things at a time. And in this case, it's okay because that's a very crucial mid-game timing, where it's okay to let the macros slip just so that you make sure the push is that much more, dangerous. I'm telling you, on close positions, on maps like Steppes, that timing is killer, and you can win games with it.
Fair enough. Cool.
So,
excellent.
Anyways, you said you wanted to stop at an hour and a half. That gives us 7 minutes for questions and just bullshit. So what do you want to ask?
Questions. All right. I was seeing. I was watching Day 9 when he was talking about. I think it was while you're controlling the units. Tap your hatcheries to look at what the larva is doing or something.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand what.
Okay. That was day 9 coaching DJ Wheat, right?
Yeah.
And he's just saying, just tap it, just tap it, just tap it.
That's it.
So, Loxam is asking if you want to play again. I don't know if you would like to play with him maybe after this.
possibly after if you want to. Yeah,
Cool. So
tell Dad.
I will. So anyways, what day 9 is referring to there is when you're not looking at your hatcheries, you don't know if the larva has popped off yet. You don't know if you need to inject. You don't know if you have larva to make units with. You just don't know what's going on in your base if you're not looking in your base. So the message day 9 was trying to convey there was you have your hatcheries hotkeyed, and while you're away from them, you can just tap a button, and you can see, oh, I have 4 larvae. That means my inject's just finished. I need to go inject, and I need to spin those larvae. So he's always saying, just tap it and check, just tap it and check. You're looking at your army, just tap the hotkey for your hatcheries and check and see what's up. That's the message he's trying to convey. He wants you to be mindful of what's happening at your base while you're looking at something else.
Cool. Okay, that makes sense. And what's the other thing I wanted? Is there any easy way, like when I have, how I had all those roaches coming in and front ones are getting damaged? Is there an easy way where I can just slice the front row and just like make them burrow or anything, or is it sort of just individually you have to?
The best thing you can do is box them. You can box them make little small boxes and select them that way. And sometimes you will select roaches that aren't taking a lot of damage. But that's just one of the things. It's just kind of part of playing the game. Now, as you get better, you'll find that it's not that hard to individually click each roach. Like if you ever watch Machine play, his micro is ungodly good. Every single roach, as soon as it hits the orange, it burrows, and he does it individually. So
how would he do it? Would he just?
He's just clicking single roaches. He's clicking on the roaches as they're fighting. Like he's clicking on them like on the screen. Yeah.
So he have all these hit bars on permanently, yeah?
Yes, that's an important detail there. He always has his health displayed, whether or not they're selected.
Okay, that makes sense.
So and there lots of pros have a different feeling on that. Health bars are good, health bars are bad. Some guys choose to use the Alt key to display health when they're holding it down. It's really just a matter of what feels right to you. I keep my health bars on all the time, so that's what works best for me.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it kind of gets in the way sometimes, but I don't know. It's not too bad, I guess.
I think once you get used to it, it becomes kind of second nature. But what else can we talk about?
I had another question. If they do, say they do something unexpected, like my mate sometimes, if I go lots of roaches, he won't build his robo, he'll just go stargates.
Yes.
What should I respond with?
Sorry, got a message. Well, the way that you respond to Stargate play in general is with Hydras. But I mean, yeah, they are slow, and typically a lot of people say Hydras are strictly on-creep units, which means they're great for defending, not so great for attacking. And when you're playing against Stargate builds, it gets really tricky. And I'm going to come out and say, Stargate play right now is really powerful, and nobody has found a truly great answer to them. But I mean, if you're going Roach and he just goes, like Void Ray off one base, then yeah, just add Hydras and just play your normal game. And there's an important lesson in here, and that's when somebody does something weird, what do? Well, you respond initially in whatever way best suits it. You see a Stargate, maybe get a couple extra queens, start taking towards Hydras. Once you've responded to it, you return to your normal game plan. That's why it's so important to have a 30-minute game plan. You have a plan for the whole game. And so as soon as you cope with the deviation, okay, he's not getting Robo, he's getting Stargate, so I get my Hydra down, I'm starting some extra queens, I might even put down a Spore Crawler in each mineral line. But as soon as you cope with that, you return to your normal plan. Okay, what's my normal plan? Roaches and Hydras in the mid game, and Corruptors in the late game.
And do you reckon, because normally like Protoss, I used to have, my normal game would be, roaches and all that, but I'd get Infestors, and then I'd get your Parasite, and your Parasite all the Colossus and all that, and Immortals. Is that worth doing, or is that kind of some sort of random thing that no one does?
I'm not real crazy about Neural Parasite. I kind of feel like the only real application for it is against super Thor-heavy compositions when playing ZvT. But you know what? If you can make it work for you, then by all means. You might be onto something that no one else has tried yet. So.
One time I actually went. What was it? Those Niter Swarms.
Yep.
I went Niter Swarms and Infestors, right? And you think, oh, yeah, you can cast it. I'm loading a Niter Swarm, and